thought it was an amazing meeting. He's a great leader of a very powerful, very strong country, China. On fentanyl, we agreed that he was going to work very hard to stop the flow. I put a 20% tariff on China because of the fentanyl coming in, which is it's a big tariff. And based on his statements today, I reduced it by 10%, so it's 10% instead of 20%, effective immediately.
High-stakes negotiations in Busan, South Korea, between Presidents Trump and Xi have wrapped up with agreements on a number of topics, including fentanyl, soybeans, and rare earths. Let's go live to Busan now, and our China show anchor, Yvonne Mann, who's been covering all of this the last couple of days. Well, it was always going to be a high-stakes meeting. President Trump said it was an outstanding and amazing one. What concessions or what form of an agreement have we got out of the two sides meeting?
Yeah, Jumana, you mentioned it. President Trump called this, if he had to rate it, a 12 out of 10 when it came to this meeting with President Xi that lasted an hour and 40 minutes. We were told that this could go up to 3 hours. So it was a solid negotiations there when it came to how long it took. But we're still trying to decipher exactly what was discussed, right? So at least from the U.S. side, this is what he put on Air Force One on the way back as he heads home to D.C. He talked about fentanyl tariffs, lowered to 10%. Also, when it came to rare earths, he mentioned no roadblocks on China rare earths. Jameson Greer, the U.S. trade representative, talking about China is not going to impose the rare earth controls. We're still getting we needed some more clarity on that front here on what exactly the Chinese have agreed to as well. And soybean purchases, they said China is going to be continuing and resuming the buying U.S. soybeans now, effective immediately there. When it came to what was less clear was when it came to the talk of chips. Now, he mentioned, President Trump, that they did talk about chips to Xi, and they will be talking more about U.S. chip exports in the medium term or in the future, but Blackwell chips from NVIDIA was not talked about. So that might be why we're seeing a bit of disappointment in these markets here right now when it came to whether China gets access to these high-end chips as well. Also, when it came to Taiwan, that was not discussed at all, according to President Trump as well. So certainly we're still figuring out, it seems like this was all good and a win for the U.S. side of things, but the big thing is we need to see the readouts from both sides and what China has actually agreed upon, because for one thing we're seeing right now, the one win could be lowering those tariffs to 10% on fentanyl. That could still leave China with 45% effective tariff rates, which is still higher than this part of the world. And you take a look at when it comes to this meeting, right? So Trump said that he will be meeting with Xi in April. At least that is helping the market anchor expectations that at least relations will remain stable for some time.